Writer, we could say, could make that point clear by writing style. But
You okay?
I have to teach riders, and I have to deal with horses who have been ridden by other riders that's not so clear for. And that was my biggest disagreement with my teacher. He said, you don't need to use your voice, except to yell, "Stop it!" when the stallions were being rampaging and pillaging and rape and all that. And I never agreed with him, and I still don't. But he learned his stuff in the military.
Right.
Okay? You can't be babbling away when you've got 20 guys in the ring riding around, huh?
Yeah.
That's a complete blunder. And in his case, he didn't have middle-aged ladies to deal with. So I like to give more opportunity and possibility. So, till he died, I still didn't swallow that one.
Yeah.
But I didn't argue with him about it. I just figured it's a military thing. You can't have 25 recruits babbling and chattering. They won't hear their orders and commands, though other horses will hear them. I understand why not. Absolutely. But to carry it over to individual training, and of course I have my viewpoint because of vaulting, huh? I better have some noises that work. All right, you're going to canter, maybe. You're going to keep your plugs plugged, absolutely, whether you get nowhere. Plugs plugged.
Canter?
No. Your plugs came unplugged. When
Okay.
she offered the thought of canter,
Yeah.
it wasn't really a canter as in a boom, a boom. It was sort of a... You went...
Okay.
All right, so it's a high discipline military version, huh? And it's very hard because your body can tell that this one is absolutely not going to work. Then we want to ride and twitch. Instead we say, well, I knew it wasn't going to work, so I'll do it again in a minute after I whack her. Yes, after I whack her one and say, any chance that you'll... See what I mean?
Yes.
Don't wobble. Aha. Aha. Now, slightest thought of wonkiness, lean back and give her a whack. More than one if you need. Did you ask for trot?
No.
Okay, then get yourself plugged in. Don't start whacking while you're flailing around with your body. Okay, another chance to go. Yes, good, good, good. Be ready with the whip more than once, but especially be ready to keep your hips forward and your meaty part of forearms down. Aha. Because here it isn't about being on the bit or perfect steering. It's about connection. Good. 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 Armpits. Be ready with the whip. I think she's sleeping. Forearms. Plug them down into the power strip. Yes! Look, Brian. You see the difference here? Yes. Good! And it has a certain self-perpetuating mechanism like a kangaroo outfit. Wow! Free walk and rest. So I'm just saying, Brian. It has. Yeah. Exactly. It wasn't all her. If it was all her, she'd be crazy. It's a very nice thing to give your horse
I don't think so.
but it's not realistic always. So what it was
I just want to get on and then I'll walk around outside.
So I understand what you mean.
What?
You
Sure,
felt
that would be
like
wonderful.
she suddenly decided to go.
That's how I felt.
Okay, that's true. but she didn't decide to go because she likes to just go around rings.
By what?
Rings. She went on because you stayed there, and there was a certain perpetuation of motion just by your own body function. She went, yeah, okay then, fine. All right, but it is an easy way to be fooled. It's very important, though, not to be that fooled, because otherwise you'll revert back to going, oh, you did it by yourself before. Please do it by yourself some more. And then to her, it means this doesn't work. Doesn't mean anything. So what made it be, we could say, all her, which is the distinction between it was easy and I was grinding like hell, is that the whole general body function created a perpetual motion machine. Exist, of course. Rather than floppy, 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 one feet on the horse's part, pokey feet on the rider's part, and the other way. You clear about that? Alright. So, you're right if you say it, she seemed self-motivated. Okay, she seemed to have a little bit of enthusiasm even.
Yes.
And I wasn't grinding, and I wasn't desperate, and I wasn't getting a hernia.
Yes.
Doesn't mean she did it herself.
Okay.
It means she reacted well to certain ways that you operated the mechanics of your own self. But it looked like that, I would say, to a normal person on the ground. It looked like she was just all by herself, self-motivated, but we know better.
Yes.
So, when I say self-motivation, it sounds a bit oxymoronic to say, oh, but you must create self-motivation. Well, you do. That's fine. When I was in the Navy, they could create self-motivation like nobody's business. The alternative, pal, is 50 push-ups. I'm motivated, I'm motivated. Anything but 50 push-ups. Or clean the latrines with a toothbrush. Good. Yeah. And when you think she's beginning to flag, you don't flail and ride, you smack her. And if she quits, you say, all right, start over. Do I give a poop? Yep, good. But when you use the whip, keep that forearm down. The meaty part up. Aha. Good. 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 Then, if you have steering issues, apply the same principle and say, okay, I still stay toned like this, but I might turn you outwards. By Jove, I don't have to drive you out with the inside leg. I'm going to turn you out, and if you quit on me, I will put my forearms down and give you such a thump. And you'll probably do it. And that, however, will be a warning to you for future. Not necessarily a cure for present. Yes, not necessarily a cure for present. Change rein and flying change. It won't work, so don't worry about it. No sooner did the words flying change escape my lips than your shoulders went up around your ear holes. But that's a very normal thing, yeah. It's not just you and it's not her either. It's a normal thing. You go, oh crap! I don't do flying changes. I don't know what I'm up to. And so, when you're unsure, it's a normal thing to go, eek. So I did that too as a sort of mean trick, but
I'd go right into the trap.
yes. But as a sort of trick to say, okay, I'm going to do a mean trick on you. It's going to make you. I knew this would happen.
Yeah.
But you know that because very often I'll say to you, try something, it won't work, but don't worry. Okay, so this was one of those. I said, as soon as the words flying change came out of my mouth, I thought, I know what she's doing. I'm a jellyfish! And it's to be expected, and it doesn't work. The point, if there were an important point, except just for amusement, so we can laugh at you. No, I'm kidding. But if there were an important point, it would be for you to get an idea that you say, okay, I'm clueless what I'm supposed to do. I'm anxious because I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I'm anxious because we all this. We always have all this. You say, okay, what do I do when all these horrible things are churning in my mind? Sit with it, please. My old teacher, do you know who Colonel Podolsky was?
I've read his book.
Yeah. Anyway, he was one of my teachers. And he had a very funny thing. He had a groom who was also a very good rider, and he was director of the Spanish riding school. And I think it's in one of his books where he told me the story. It was much funnier in person. And he said the guy's name was Novotny. And he said, Novotny, were my changes straight? No, Colonel. Well, Novotny, were they clean? No. Well, were they on a good line? No. Well, Novotny, did I at least have a smile on my face? And I think of that, that's been 40 years ago probably, and I think of that quite often, and I think, yeah, that's a better approach than, oh crap, everything's gone to hell. You say, well, most things have gone to hell, but I still have a smile. Or I still have the ability to say, gosh, what to make of this? So, the way I break it down is not just a smile thing. I just thought that was, I like that story from Alois Podolsky. Was, well, am I at least still functional? Not necessarily to get the job done, but to at least notice what I'm doing and the horse is doing. That would do for a smile. All right, does that help?
Yes, it does, yes.
Oh, it's fun, huh?
Yeah.
It's so tempting. And with a horse like this, not particularly productive. Some horses will just sort of lumber off. So productive to say, out, and we will have 11 false starts and 3 whacks, and I don't care, rather than I'm wishing, I'm asking, which I sometimes say, eek, it isn't working. And the horse goes, what the hell was that about? I don't know what she's up to now. But you had, I thought that was great, you had very much self-motivation.
Yes.
So are you clear about, because I think it's kind of a tricky expression, one would say self-motivation should mean that I have nothing to do except sit there, blah. Well, it doesn't work like that. Yeah. Self-motivation would mean I am about to speak and the horse says, don't speak, I know what you're going to say, and don't. Rather than, how hard can you push?
Right.
But self-motivation in the sense of tearing about, like a horse off the racetrack, not very valuable, not very useful. But the very important feeling that it can be brisk or it can be very contained, but it should not have the feeling that you are pushing the stalled car.
No.
All right. So I have a little thing that I think about sometimes. Not that I tell the riders they must plan to do this consciously, but when I have a rider on the curve that's off the track or something, and they're always going, easy, 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 steady. It's a good day when I hear the rider say, oh, come on, get going. Not that I've told them to say that, not that this is a rehearsed script, but they found a way to make this horse go, this running stuff doesn't seem to be too good. So the rider, without thinking about it, without it being conscious, has gone from easy, easy, to come on, don't quit on me now. And the obverse, okay, I got a horse, some big German clunko thing, and the rider's going, cluck, cluck, come on, Jesus criminy, let's go, come on. And then the day comes when all of a sudden they go, easy, easy.
Reverse it.
Exactly. So that we've carried it to the point, not because it's been a memorized plan, but to carry it to the point where the rider has created an obverse situation. Then I think it's a very good thing.
Yeah.
So, a dullard turning a little hysterical, at least temporarily, is a good thing. So you say, my God, you've always been a dullard and I've always been clucking. Now I find myself going, it's okay. It's easy, it's easy. That would be a good thing, huh? So, my idea is, if the work in general is pretty useful, pretty much the same work should operate in a way that brings the twittery off the track horse into a stable way of operating and thinking, as well as bringing the galoot oxen type into the same place. They're both now rather bright and so on. Because the way I was taught it was, it's such and such line upon a variant. You'll need a lot of leg for that one. And I thought, I've only got 2. And then I had a lot of thoroughbreds off the track, which we do. And it was like, oh, you're going to have to be really careful not to do anything with that one. And I thought, now wait a minute. This is about 6 different sports. You've got Morgan sport, thoroughbred sport, saddlebred sport, German galoot sport. No. It should all work, more or less, to come to the same middle ground. Bright enough, not too silly, and not too requiring to be shoveled about. That was lovely.
Thank you.
Especially the canter work, huh? The trot work was fine, but when I say especially the canter work, I mean looked much more positive
Yes.
and confident
Yes.
than it has sometimes in the past. That you could say, I am sitting like this, and she went, okay, I'm leaving. Pardon me.
Yeah. She definitely responded.
What a punk, yeah.
Yeah, she's a pumpkin, all right. Me too. Yeah. Well, thank you very much.
You're
This was
most welcome.
Very productive. Thanks, Suzanne.
Even besides that stuff, begin to think about stability, tonicity, blah, 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 biomechanics of you for influence, and that makes confidence.
Yeah.
Yeah? What if she really did go? What would I do then?
Yes.
Is not a very good plan when you're saying, don't quit, but what if you went somewhere?
Very true.
So it gives you power and tone and all that stuff.
Right.
Girl.
Very true.
Slurp, slurp. She's
Thank
still
you.
a slurper of,
She is a slurper.
of spit.
The vet said she's very smart. He says she's learned to do that without grabbing onto a fence.
Oh, that's her version of cribbing?
Yeah.
Ah!
That's what the
Cribs
vet
on her
said.
own spit?
So
He
she's
does.
a slurper,
He thought that was she was pretty smart to be able to do that without grabbing onto.
not
What?
Deer.
deer.
Ah, but here.
We have deer at home.
We have deer too.